Welcome to Stoic Mastery. Today we explore 9 powerful lessons from Stoic philosophy that can help you take decisive action in your life. These timeless teachings, from the likes of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offer profound wisdom for overcoming procrastination and seizing control of your destiny. Let's dive in. Lesson 1. Embrace the present moment. The Stoics remind us that the present is all we ever truly have. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. By focusing on the here and now, we eliminate distractions and find clarity in our actions." In our fast-paced modern world, it's easy to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. We often find ourselves paralyzed by anxiety over what might happen or weighed down by what has already occurred. This constant mental time travel robs us of the ability to act effectively in the present. Stoicism teaches us that the key to overcoming this paralysis is to ground ourselves firmly in the current moment. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently reminded himself to stay present. He believed that by focusing on what is happening now, we can approach our tasks with full attention and energy. This means acknowledging our current situation, accepting it without complaint, and dealing with it to the best of our ability. To truly embrace the present moment, start by practicing mindfulness. This can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths and paying attention to your surroundings. Notice the details, the sounds, smells, and sights around you. When your mind begins to wander to future worries or past regrets, gently bring it back to the present. This practice not only calms the mind, but also enhances our ability to respond to the challenges at hand. Another effective technique is to set aside specific times for reflection. While it's important to plan for the future and learn from the past, these should not dominate our daily thoughts. By dedicating certain periods for planning and reflection, we free up the rest of our time to focus on the present. During these periods, make notes of any concerns or insights, and then return to the present with a clear mind. The Stoic idea of amor fati, or love of fate, is also closely linked to embracing the present. This concept encourages us to accept whatever happens, knowing that everything is part of a larger rational order. By loving our fate, we stop resisting what is and start working with it. This acceptance allows us to focus our energy on what we can do right now, rather than wasting it on wishing things were different. Embracing the present moment is not about ignoring the future or the past, but about finding a balance. It's about recognizing that the only time we can act is now. By training ourselves to stay present, we become more effective, more resilient, and more at peace. The Stoics understood that life's most significant power lies in the present moment, and they urge us to harness that power to live a fulfilled and action-oriented life. Lesson 2. Understand what you can control. Epictetus taught that we should concern ourselves only with what is within our power. By letting go of what we can't change, we free up our energy to take meaningful action on what we can influence. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, emphasized that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. This fundamental insight is crucial for taking effective action and maintaining inner peace. Consider how much time we waste worrying about things outside our control, other people's opinions, the weather, or even world events. These concerns, while natural, divert our focus from what we can actually affect. By redirecting our attention to our own thoughts, actions, and decisions, we empower ourselves to make positive changes. To practice this lesson, start by identifying what is within your control. Make a list of things that worry you. Then, categorize them into 2 groups: things you can control and things you cannot. For instance, you can't control the economy, but you can control your spending and saving habits. You can't control other people's behavior, but you can control your reactions and attitude towards them. Once you have this clarity, focus your efforts on what you can control. If you're concerned about a project at work, concentrate on the tasks you need to complete, rather than the outcome, which is often influenced by factors beyond your control. By channeling your energy into areas where you can make a difference, you'll be more productive and less stressed. Another important aspect of this Stoic lesson is the idea of acceptance. Accepting that some things are beyond our control does not mean resigning to fate passively. Instead, it's about acknowledging reality and choosing to respond in a constructive manner. This acceptance allows us to move forward without being bogged down by frustration or helplessness. Epictetus also taught the importance of internalizing your goals. Instead of setting goals based on external validation or success, focus on what you can do. For example, rather than aiming to be the best in your field, which depends on others' performance and judgment. Strive to do your best work. This shift in perspective helps maintain motivation and satisfaction, as your success is defined by your own efforts and improvement. Understanding and accepting what you can control is liberating. It frees you from unnecessary stress and anxiety, and it directs your efforts towards what truly matters. This Stoic practice not only enhances your productivity, but also brings a profound sense of peace and resilience. By focusing on your own actions and decisions, you take charge of your life, steering it towards your desired direction with confidence and clarity. Lesson 3. Practice negative visualization. This Stoic technique involves imagining the worst-case scenario. By confronting our fears head-on, we prepare ourselves for any outcome, reducing anxiety and empowering us to act. Negative visualization, also known as premeditatio malorum, is a mental exercise practiced by the Stoics to help build resilience and gratitude. The idea is to periodically contemplate the potential setbacks and losses we might encounter in life. While this may sound pessimistic, it is actually a powerful tool for fostering a realistic and proactive mindset. Let's break down how to practice negative visualization and its benefits. Firstly, identify a situation or goal that causes you anxiety or uncertainty. It could be a work project, a personal relationship, or a financial decision. Once you have this in mind, take a few moments to imagine the worst possible outcomes. What if you fail? What if you lose your job? What if your relationship ends? Allow yourself to fully envision these scenarios, however uncomfortable they may be. By doing this, you achieve two important things. 1. You reduce the fear of the unknown. Our minds tend to amplify the dread of what we haven't fully considered. By visualizing these scenarios, you strip them of their power to paralyze you with fear. You begin to see that while these outcomes are undesirable, they are not insurmountable. Secondly, you prepare yourself emotionally and mentally for these outcomes. This preparation doesn't mean you expect or desire these outcomes, but it equips you to handle them if they occur. When you are mentally prepared for the worst, you can act more confidently and decisively in the present, knowing that you have a plan for potential setbacks. Another key benefit of negative visualization is the enhancement of gratitude. When you regularly contemplate losing what you currently have, you begin to appreciate it more. This increased appreciation can motivate you to take action to preserve and protect what you value. For example, by imagining life without your health, you might be more inclined to exercise and eat well. By imagining life without your loved ones, you might invest more time and effort into your relationships. It's important to practice negative visualization in moderation. The goal is not to dwell on negative outcomes obsessively, but to use this technique as a tool to foster resilience and proactive behavior. Set aside a few minutes each week for this exercise, and then shift your focus back to positive action and gratitude. Lesson 4. Take responsibility for your actions. Seneca advised us to take full ownership of our choices. By accepting responsibility, we gain the power to change our circumstances and propel ourselves forward. Taking responsibility is a fundamental principle of Stoicism. It means recognizing that, while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. This mindset shift is crucial for taking effective action and achieving personal growth. One of the most empowering aspects of taking responsibility is that it puts you in the driver's seat of your life. When you acknowledge that your actions and decisions shape your reality, you stop blaming others or external circumstances for your situation. Instead, you focus on what you can do to improve or change your circumstances. Consider a common scenario: facing a setback at work. It's easy to blame colleagues, market conditions, or bad luck. However, a Stoic approach would be to reflect on your role in the situation. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? How can I learn from this experience to perform better in the future? By taking ownership of your actions, you empower yourself to make positive changes and prevent similar setbacks. Another important aspect of taking responsibility is accountability. Holding yourself accountable means setting high standards for your behavior and consistently evaluating your actions against those standards. It involves being honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses and taking proactive steps to improve. Seneca believed that true freedom comes from self-mastery. When you take responsibility for your actions, you are not at the mercy of external forces. Instead, you become a master of your own fate, capable of steering your life in the direction you choose. This self-mastery is essential for personal and professional growth. Practical steps to take responsibility include setting clear goals, monitoring your progress, and being willing to make adjustments as needed. It also means accepting the consequences of your actions without making excuses. When you make a mistake, own it, learn from it, and move on. In the context of relationships, taking responsibility can lead to healthier and more productive interactions. By owning your actions and reactions, you contribute to a more positive and constructive environment. This not only benefits you but also those around you. I hope you are enjoying the video. Please like and subscribe for more Stoic content like this that will help you boost your personal development journey. Lesson 5. Develop self-discipline. The Stoics valued self-control and diligence. By cultivating discipline in our daily lives, we build the foundation needed to tackle challenges and pursue our goals relentlessly. Self-discipline is a key component of Stoic philosophy. It involves controlling our impulses, staying focused on our objectives, and consistently putting in the effort required to achieve our goals. Epictetus taught that discipline is essential for living a virtuous life, as it enables us to act in accordance with our values rather than being swayed by fleeting desires or external pressures. To develop self-discipline, start by setting clear and achievable goals. These goals should align with your values and long-term vision. Break them down into smaller, manageable tasks and create a schedule to ensure consistent progress. For instance, if your goal is to improve your health, set specific targets for exercise, diet, and sleep. Track your progress and adjust your plan as needed to stay on course. Next, establish routines that support your goals. Routines help automate positive behaviors, reducing the mental effort required to make decisions. For example, if you aim to read more, set aside a specific time each day for reading. Over time, this routine will become a habit, making it easier to maintain your discipline. Another crucial aspect of self-discipline is managing distractions. In our modern world, distractions are everywhere, from social media to constant notifications. To stay focused, create an environment conducive to productivity. This might involve setting up a dedicated workspace, using tools to block distracting websites, or scheduling specific times to check emails and messages. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of moderation. Seneca advised practicing temperance in all aspects of life, whether it's food, drink, or leisure activities. By exercising restraint and avoiding excess, we maintain balance and prevent our desires from undermining our discipline. One practical technique to enhance self-discipline is to practice delayed gratification. This means resisting the temptation of immediate rewards in favor of long-term benefits. For example, if you're tempted to watch TV instead of working on a project, remind yourself of the satisfaction and success that will come from completing your task. Over time, this practice strengthens your ability to stay focused and resist distractions. Self-discipline is not about being harsh on yourself. It's about setting realistic expectations, being patient, and understanding that progress takes time. Celebrate small victories along the way and learn from setbacks without being overly critical. This balanced approach fosters a sustainable and positive mindset. Lesson 6. Focus on virtue. For the Stoics, living a virtuous life was paramount. By aligning our actions with values like courage, wisdom, and justice, we ensure that our efforts are meaningful and impactful. Virtue in Stoic philosophy is the highest good and the foundation for a fulfilling life. The Stoics believed that true happiness and tranquility come from living in accordance with our virtues. This means making decisions and taking actions that reflect our highest ethical standards, regardless of external circumstances. The 4 cardinal virtues in Stoicism are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Let's explore how focusing on each of these virtues can help us take action and lead a purposeful life. First, wisdom. Wisdom involves making sound judgments and understanding the deeper truths of life. It is about seeking knowledge, learning from experiences, and applying this understanding to make better decisions. To cultivate wisdom, strive to be a lifelong learner. Read widely, reflect on your experiences, and seek the counsel of those you respect. By prioritizing wisdom, you ensure that your actions are informed and guided by knowledge and insight. Next, courage. Courage is the ability to face challenges, risks, and fears with confidence and resolve. It is not the absence of fear, but the strength to act despite it. Developing courage means stepping out of your comfort zone and taking risks when necessary. This might involve standing up for your beliefs, trying something new, or persevering in the face of adversity. By embodying courage, you empower yourself to take decisive and bold actions. Then, justice. Justice is about treating others fairly and with respect. It involves acting with integrity, compassion, and a sense of responsibility towards others. To live justly, Practice empathy. Be honest in your dealings and strive to contribute positively to your community. When your actions are rooted in justice, you build trust and foster harmonious relationships, which are essential for personal and collective well-being. Lastly, temperance. Temperance is the virtue of self-control and moderation. It involves managing your desires and impulses, ensuring that they do not lead you astray. To practice temperance, set healthy boundaries, avoid excess, and focus on balance in all areas of your life. By maintaining temperance, you stay disciplined and prevent short-term temptations from derailing your long-term goals. Focusing on virtue helps us align our actions with our deepest values. It provides a moral compass that guides our decisions, ensuring that we act with integrity and purpose. When faced with difficult choices, ask yourself, what would a wise, courageous, just, and temperate person do? This reflection can help you make decisions that are not only effective, but also ethically sound. Lesson 7. Accept impermanence. The Stoics embrace the transient nature of life. By accepting that everything is temporary, we become more resilient and motivated to make the most of every moment. Impermanence is a fundamental aspect of existence. Everything around us is in a constant state of flux. Relationships, careers, health, and even life itself. The Stoics taught that recognizing and accepting this impermanence is crucial for achieving inner peace and taking decisive action. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, often reflected on the fleeting nature of life. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This reminder of mortality, known as memento mori, encourages us to focus on what truly matters and to act with urgency and purpose. To accept impermanence, start by regularly reflecting on the transient nature of life. This doesn't mean becoming morbid or anxious about death. Rather, it's about appreciating the present moment and the opportunities it offers. When you understand that time is limited, you are more likely to prioritize meaningful activities and relationships. Embracing impermanence also helps us cope with change and loss. When we accept that nothing lasts forever, we can let go of our attachment to the past and our fear of the future. This acceptance allows us to adapt more easily to new circumstances and to find peace in the midst of uncertainty. One practical way to cultivate this acceptance is through mindfulness practices. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By observing your thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise and pass away, you become more attuned to the natural ebb and flow of life. This awareness can help you develop a more balanced and resilient mindset. Another important aspect of accepting impermanence is gratitude. When you recognize that everything is temporary, you begin to appreciate the people, experiences, and possessions in your life more deeply. Practice gratitude by regularly reflecting on what you are thankful for and expressing appreciation to those around you. This practice not only enhances your well-being, but also strengthens your connections with others. Impermanence also teaches us to embrace change. Rather than resisting or fearing it, view change as an opportunity for growth and renewal. Each ending is a chance for a new beginning, and each loss can open the door to new possibilities. By staying open to change, you become more adaptable and resilient in the face of life's challenges. Lesson 8. Cultivate gratitude. Practicing gratitude shifts our focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. This positive mindset fuels our motivation and helps us approach our tasks with enthusiasm. Gratitude is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that appreciating what we have rather than constantly striving for more is key to a fulfilling life. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." By cultivating gratitude, we anchor ourselves in the present and find contentment in our current circumstances. To practice gratitude, start by reflecting on the good things in your life. These can be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a kind gesture from a friend, or the beauty of a sunny day. Make it a habit to regularly acknowledge and appreciate these moments. Keeping a gratitude journal can be an effective way to do this. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Over time, this practice helps shift your focus from what's missing to what's already present. Gratitude also involves recognizing the efforts and kindness of others. Take time to express your appreciation to those around you. A simple thank you can strengthen relationships and create a positive atmosphere. Seneca emphasized the importance of being thankful not just for grand gestures, but also for the small acts of kindness we often take for granted. Another aspect of cultivating gratitude is to reframe challenges and setbacks. Instead of viewing them as purely negative, try to see the lessons they offer and the strength they help you build. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Look back over the past. with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. By adopting this perspective, you can find something to be grateful for, even in difficult times. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring problems or denying negative emotions. It's about balancing your perspective. Acknowledging the good in your life can provide the strength and optimism needed to tackle challenges more effectively. This balanced approach allows you to maintain a realistic, yet positive outlook. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in reducing stress and increasing resilience. When you focus on positive aspects of your life, it can mitigate the impact of stressors. This doesn't eliminate challenges, but helps you cope with them more effectively. Gratitude fosters a sense of well-being and contentment, making you more resilient in the face of adversity. To further enhance your practice of gratitude, consider engaging in acts of kindness. Helping others can increase your own sense of gratitude and fulfillment. Whether it's volunteering, offering support to a friend, or simply being kind in your daily interactions, these actions can create a positive feedback loop that enhances your own gratitude. Lesson 9. Take action. The Stoics emphasize the importance of action. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now and take consistent steps towards your goals. Taking action is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. It's not enough to merely think about what we should do or aspire to be. The real transformation happens when we translate our intentions into concrete actions. The Stoics believed that philosophy should be a guide to practical living, and this means putting principles into practice every day. One of the key teachings of the Stoics is that we must act in accordance with our values and virtues. Whether it's courage, wisdom, justice, or temperance, our actions should reflect these ideals. This means making decisions and taking steps that align with our highest ethical standards, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. A common obstacle to taking action is the fear of failure or the desire for perfection. The Stoics remind us that progress is more important than perfection. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Instead of waiting for the perfect conditions, start where you are with what you have. Every small step you take is a step towards improvement and growth. Another important aspect of taking action is setting clear and achievable goals. Break down your larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach not only makes your goals more attainable, but also helps build momentum. Each completed task, no matter how small, brings you closer to your larger goal and boosts your confidence to keep moving forward. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of persistence. Life is full of challenges and setbacks, but it is our response to these difficulties that defines us. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means viewing obstacles as opportunities to grow and improve. Instead of being discouraged by difficulties, use them as stepping stones to develop resilience and perseverance. To take action effectively, prioritize your tasks and focus on what is most important. Time management and discipline are crucial here. Allocate specific times for different activities and stick to your schedule. Avoid procrastination by committing to taking action, even when you don't feel like it. Remember, motivation often follows action. Once you start, you'll find it easier to keep going. Reflect regularly on your progress and be willing to adjust your approach as needed. Self-improvement is a continuous process, and being flexible and adaptive is key to long-term success. Learn from your experiences, both successes and failures, and use those lessons to inform your future actions. Taking action is not just about personal goals. It also involves contributing to the well-being of others. The Stoics believed in the interconnectedness of all people and the importance of contributing to the greater good. Look for ways to help and support those around you, whether through your work, relationships, or community involvement. These principles, drawn from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offer timeless guidance for leading a purposeful and resilient life. By incorporating these Stoic lessons into our daily lives, we can navigate challenges with greater clarity, make decisions with confidence, and cultivate a deep sense of inner peace. Remember, Stoicism is not just a philosophy to ponder, but a practical guide to living well. Take these teachings to heart, put them into practice, and watch as they transform your approach to life's hurdles and opportunities. If you found value in these lessons, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you more insightful content on Stoicism and other philosophies that can enrich your life. Thank you for watching, and stay strong, stay stoic.